Terrible picture. Hello, hello. Oh, it's later. Nope, that didn't work. Hello, hello. Come in, come in. That didn't work either. No, maybe because I turned it off. There we go. Oh, I'm going to come over here by the door. See if the stream works here. And quit shaking the camera.
You know why?
Hello, hello.
Closes up my lungs.
Well, how is everyone this evening? Well, hey, Ron Kelly, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, I have on like no lipstick, no nothing. Hi, Barbara Nance, how are you this evening? Hello, hello. Pamela Hawkins, hello. How is everyone this evening? Hello, hello. You're watching from the Bahamas. Wow. I'm jealous slightly, but not really because I'm in the mountains. My favorite place to be. Debbie, hello, hello. Barbara Nance, yes, I am. Very much so.
What are you doing?
Hello, Miss Eunice, how are you? Hello, Marianne Riddick. I am you guys. Debbie, hello, how are you? We made it up here nice and safe. It is absolutely beautiful. Not this morning, but Saturday morning it was snowing earlier in the day, but it didn't like stick or anything. It was just big pretty flakes. So it's really nice. Abundant blessings. Hello to you, Terry Ponce. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Now I had told Will during his live that I was going to do the either my Dollar Tree haul or my vinyl haul, and left all of that in Charlotte, so can't do it. Pamela, hello. Hello, Sheila Tan. How are you, my dear? So what we can do this evening is talk about the MBM show, all the cool things that we saw while we were there. It was phenomenal. I had a ball. Hello, Sammy Strunge. Glam Glam, the Foxy Ma'am. Hello, Miss Glam Glam. How are you? Hello, hello. So how is everyone this evening? Fresh Roses Designs. Hello, Contessa Harris. Hello from Louisiana. Hello to you too, my dear. Gloria Spivey. Hello to you as well. Nancy Fowles from Iowa. And Miss Vivian Crosby. Hello to both of you lovely ladies this evening. Everybody doing good with the time changing, going back. Hello, Velma Chris, one of a kind. Hello. Purple Cloud. Hello. So Crafty. All is well in Buffalo, New York. Do y'all have snow up there yet? Little Miss Boutique. Hello. Sheila Cuffy. Hey, Sheila. Y'all, I got to meet Sheila at the MBM show. It was fun. Faye Martin, Barbara Raymond. Sheila, what did you wind up getting, girl? I hope you got something real good. Shop for me. Gail Kingsbury, hello from Washington. Hi, Gail. And hey, Miss Sheila Cushenberry. The Baby Shower Place. Hello, Utah Grandma 99. Hello, my dear. Sammy Strunge making Paw Patrol curtains for a sweet little girl. Cool. I like curtains. Curtain making is pretty easy. I like doing that. Joanne from Cali. Hello, my dear. Thank you for joining. Teresa Spencer from Las Vegas. Sorry, not LA, Las Vegas. Welcome. Thank you, Teresa Spencer. I appreciate you joining us from Las Vegas. Get us some money out that way. How is everyone? How is everyone? I had a very good time this past weekend at the NBM show. It was a lot of fun. Terry Samples, good evening to you too. Had your son thinking you was late for church. Yeah, that time change was a fool, wasn't it? Eartha Lewis, hi from Port Allen, Louisiana. Welcome, thank you. Teresa Spencer, that's where you live. Well, I mean, you can still get money, you know, you live there, girl. I ain't mad. Look, enjoy the shows for me. I haven't been out that far yet. I'm hoping one day we will. The husband wants to go out and look at some Broadway shows and stuff. So one day we'll come out that way. You say, nope, I ain't mad. I'm not even mad at you. Carolina Thread Place, Will. Hello. So you rather spend your, yeah. I started to say you rather spend your money on embroidery things, and you took the words right out of my mouth. So you guys, Miss Sheila Cuffy, I didn't contact her ahead of time. And Will, I didn't contact him ahead of time and meant to. And Miss Beckham should be in here shortly. I did talk to her. But you guys, if you had Miss Sheila Cuffey was at the NBM show, so definitely let us know what you enjoyed about the NBM show. Gloria Spivey, the NBM show was a business trade show. So if you had a business and you were into doing promotions or garment decorating, so like for instance, there were people there, many vendors there for sublimation, vendors there for vinyl, vendors there for screen printing, vendors there for embroidery, vendors there for engraving. I mean, they all had their setups. They were all showing off their latest and greatest machines. They were all showing, the cool things that they had to offer. It was a lot of fun. It really was. We saw a lot and we learned a lot. Velma Crisp, your son just said, Mom, does she say your name so she can say hello to David? Hi, David. How are you? Are you David Crisp? If so, hello, my dear. Thank you for listening in with your mom. I appreciate you joining in with us. So maybe you can do some embroidery too. Joni Thurman, hey my love, how are you? Utah Grandma says hi to David too, as well. See, you got other folks saying, hey, give me your shout outs too. Joanne says, I want to attend it next year, missed it this time around. Yeah, and there's a couple other folks I know that wanted to be at the NBM show and they couldn't make it. But for those that did, I met quite a few people out there. It was really cool. Oh, and the Rhinestone people were out there, and there were two different ones actually. And one of the first one I went to, there was a guy there. I wanted to take my picture with him. I couldn't. I didn't get a chance to. So I was a little sad about that, but hopefully I'll get up with him next time. So what I was thinking about was posting the pictures online in the group. So if you're a part of the New Hoop group on my website, you'll get to see the pictures that I took with the different folks out there at the NBM show and the fun that we had. So it was totally awesome. Sullivan Homesteader, hello, my dear. Thank you for joining us this evening. Sharidia from Dayton, Ohio, hello. Maria, hi, Eve. How is everyone? Everyone seems to be good in here this evening. Miss Esora, hello. Ruth Wilson, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm glad you guys are here. So one of the cool things that I did see at the NBM show, well, first, Will says you got some awesome samples from Conde Systems with some awesome videos coming soon. That's correct. He went to the Conde Systems, and since Will does sublimation, they brought some sublimation blanks for him to do some videos on to show you guys sublimation, how it works, and all of that jazz. So that's going to be really cool. Sullivan Homesteader, tell hubby I said hi. And thank you for asking a shout out. Debbie Kidd, hello, my love. Carmack J, hi, Eve, and everyone else. Well, hello to you too. Y'all, I got a Uno game going on in the background that I was playing in. I was handing the whoop down. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that good. But having a lot of fun. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. I'm gonna sneak and show y'all everybody at the table, especially. So y'all can see. Johnny Thurman, hello. Yes, sublimation seems really cool. I'm excited to see it work out for Will and how all of that's gonna. Oh, you know what, Will? You could do possibly a job for me. I need to get up with you. Yes, we did. One of the first things I picked up on was on embroidery machines. We learned about a lot of the different types of embroidery machines. Dorothy Gaston, hello. How are you? Now, it's interesting because the NBM show is a business trade show. It's a trade show for businesses. And again, I know sometimes it rubs folks the wrong way. Ronnie's Reps, hello to you too. Sheila Cuffy says the NBM show was great. When I went there 2 years ago, I don't remember seeing all those different vendors displaying all those different embroidery machines. It wasn't quite that fast last year when I went. Anyway, last year it wasn't. So there were a whole lot more folks out there that wasn't there before. So I thoroughly enjoyed seeing how huge it has gotten in comparison to last year. So we had quite a few extra folks there that wasn't there last year. Yeah, Carolina Thread Will said he learned some new things too. Martin Facette, hello to you too. Joyce Ricketts. Oh yeah, you know what, Will? I'm glad you said something. Hold on. Let me change something. I'm trying not to put my finger in the way. I'm trying to see how to do something.
I think it's Mama's turn.
Nope. Will, I don't know how to do this. I gotta figure that out. Hey, Robin Bryant, how are you? I don't know how to do this, y'all. But anyways, sorry about that. David says, how are you doing? He thinks it's cool you talk with us and help me sometimes as I work on things. He's 12. Yeah, David, I mean, the thing is, we all are learning the same trade. We're all in embroidery. And embroidery can be kind of tough sometimes, especially if you're new to it, or if you don't really, or if you learn a new embroidery concept, it can be a little bit difficult. I had that conversation with a lady just today. I met a lady who does embroidery on like a 12-head machine for a company that does aprons, and that's all she does, right, for this particular company. So she has a 6-needle machine at home, but doesn't know how to use it and doesn't know how to do embroidery. And she lives not far from me in another city that's pretty close to Charlotte. So I told her I'm more than willing to come and help her, because a person wants to learn embroidery, why not help them, so that's going to be something that I'm gonna have on my plate here shortly, is to help her and get her a part of the group and helping out and learning, teaching her how to do some of the awesome things that we all do here. So I prefer to help rather than to not help. And then we all can craft together, because there's like Will, for instance. Will is new to embroidery, but he's experienced in sublimation. So he's more than willing to share his sublimation craft with us. And also his button making craft. And he got Glam hooked on button making. So there's quite a few different crafts that are out there that's really cool that we can share amongst each other, David. So that's why I do it. It's not for any other reason. Sheila Cuffy says, have I been to the ISS show? I heard it was better than the NBM show. I have not yet. So the NBM is the first one I went to. I was going to go to the Everything Embroidery show that was in Tennessee, but that was last year, I think it was last year. And the timing was off because I found out about it at the last minute. So I didn't get to make that Everything Embroidery show, but I do intend to go to the next one. As soon as they announce it, I'll be going. Thumbs up on the video, y'all. Yes, please give us a thumbs up if you enjoy our live sessions. PJ Coppage, it's okay about being late. We are just getting into the groove. Yankee Creations from France. Well, welcome. Bonjour. Is that correct? Thank you for joining us from France. That's amazing. Contessa Harris. Yes, it is. Miss Social Deb. Hey, darling. Oh, how late I am. We just turned back the clocks. We did too last night. So that's, you got to get used to it. Maria, I mean, that's what we help each other. That's the whole point, Cindy from Cairns, Australia. Did I say that right? Cairns, Australia. Welcome from Australia, girl. Y'all, we international, y'all. Show our international brethren love. Say hashtag France, hashtag Australia, if you don't mind. So Crafty says, thank you for your big embroidery heart. We really appreciate you. Well, thank you, because you guys are the reason why we do this, actually. So definitely appreciate you and your support for our channel. Trina's Creations, good evening to you as well. Sheila Cuffy, I will. As soon as I find out about the different shows that are out there, I'll let you know. And if you guys find out about another show that's close to you, let me know. Other than the NBM show, especially if it's specific to embroidery, let me know, and I'll put that on my radar and try and make a trip and go to the different shows that are out there. Abundant Blessing says you are a godsend. Thank you. And Will also for putting this together. I'm truly grateful. Yeah, Will is awesome sauce. He definitely helps. Trina, there's other folks out there that are definitely helpful as well. I don't discount any of that. I'm just one more cog in the wheel, and I take my job very seriously. So I appreciate you guys being here. And Sylvia, hello to you. Welcome. And she's from Puerto Rico. So now we have Puerto Rico in the house. Hi, Miss Sylvia. Yes, that everything embroidery is going to be awesome. Little Miss Boutique, I'm thinking about trying out the sublimation thing too. Sublimation is big because it's a lot you can do and make a lot of money off of it. So definitely check into that. Brittany Banks from Tennessee. I just came from Tennessee, girl. What part of Tennessee you from? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Teresa Spencer, NBM. I'm registered for in Phoenix, Arizona. Yes. Phoenix, Arizona is hot and dry, but really nice out that way. I have a friend that moved out there. Yeah, so, but you guys, one of the things that I thought was really cool at the NBM show was we went to the Meistergram display. So he was with an embroidery company shop, and he had different machines out there, right? He had a Melco, he had the Meistergram, he had I want to say the Barreldan, I can't remember. Sullivan Homesteader, no. I do not want to have a storefront or employees. To have an area. I did think of that, Sheila Cushionberry. I really did. So thank you for mentioning that, but I did intend to do that. Miss Bickup in the house. I didn't see her say anything. Oh, there you are. Hey, dear. Had fun with you and Will at the MB. Thank you, Will. I missed that totally. Hey, Miss Bickup. So, Miss Cuffy, Miss Bickup, and Will, if you guys don't mind me sharing your pictures in the group, I'll be sharing them in the group if that's okay. But no, Sullivan Homesteader, I do not. My passion is embroidery, but it's in teaching. So I'm getting ready to switch gears completely and go straight into teaching embroidery and helping folks, teaching them what they can do, what they can't do, giving instructions, giving tutorials on the different techniques and things that are out there in embroidery. That is the route we're going to go now. So really excited about that. And definitely on the different forms of equipment. So that was really cool. The back of a sweatshirt, how far down do you go? One of the things that the okay, you grown? What's that mean? Teresa Spencer, you lost me. Hold on. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything. What are we talking about? Who's grown? Third profession is a charm. Well, it's still embroidery. It's still embroidery, and I've always been teaching, so it's still in the same, knack. That's what the events section is what Sheila Cushionberry said, Will. So we're definitely doing that. Oh, you doing things? I'm trying, girl. I mean, you have to go with what folks want and where you have the most fun. And one of the things that I like doing embroidery, but I don't like the pressure of I want you to embroider this and I need it in 3 days type pressure. And when you tell folks no and then they give you the puppy dog eyes and you give in, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. So we are working diligently to eliminate our embroidery business as far as for hire. Now I do have a couple of folks that I was considering maintaining them and keeping them on the machine, but I'm still not sure about that. That's going to be a decision I make before I come back down the mountain and head back home. I'll know for sure then. Just So Boutique by Nina. Hello. And thank you, Teresa. I do definitely appreciate that. I really do. So you guys, I do want to bring this out. I've brought it out before, but the MBM show confirmed it for me. We went to the when we looked at the Meistergram embroidery machine, and he mentioned that there are 5 major embroidery companies out there. Now, keep in mind the MBM show is for businesses, right? So out of the 5 that he mentioned, Brother was not one of them. It was Help Me Out Will and Miss Bickham. It was Happy. It was Tajima. It was Baradan, I believe. Meistergram, I believe. And I can't remember the 5th one. Make sure you guys, the 2 of you especially, because we were listening together, who make sure that I got the 5 right. I know Happy was one. I know Tajima was one. I believe the other one was Baradan, Meistergram, and it's that 5th one I keep messing up. Hey, Tony Collins, how are you? But Brother wasn't one. And the reason why Brother wasn't one is because it's not a commercial embroidery company. It is not commercial embroidery, although they have, I don't think it was Melco. Was it Melco? Miss Bickham, I can't remember that. Yeah, I didn't think it was Melco. And we learned a lot about Melco, that Melco machine too. So I have it on tap to go and actually show you guys several pieces of equipment here shortly. It wasn't Toyota. Now that's a good one, but it wasn't Toyota. SWF was there. If Miss Bickham, SWF was there, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were there. But keep in mind that Brother, oh my gosh, Brother and I can't believe I just drew a blank. Husqvarna. Brother, Husqvarna, Singer. Even though Singer has commercial machines, if I'm remembering correctly, but the embroidery part, that's all for the home. Well, let me rephrase that. It's an industrial machine. Those are the industrial machines. So you can use them in a commercial establishment. So technically that would make it a commercial machine to a certain extent, if you want to be technical about it. But industrial machine, those are the big 5, right? So if there's any other company out there other than that top 5, chances are there's a label added to any of the other machines, and the other machines are just carbon copies but with just different names on the front. So that was interesting to find out. All right, it really was. And it made a lot of sense when he said it, and you stop and you really think about the other machines out there, because as he mentioned, like for instance, there's a popular one in Florida, and they do an industrial machine, multi-needle. And that particular company, if you were to purchase a machine from them and your machine breaks, okay, you go to them to get the parts, right? If that company closes down, where do you get your parts from? Because those parts are supposedly with their name on it, and there isn't like anywhere else to go in the country, in the world, to get those parts unless you know more about those parts, right? So like Happy is from Japan. So the person who gives out the Happy machines here in the US, there's one location that does that. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if anything happens with that particular company, you can go to Japan, or you can order directly from Japan, the actual Happy location. So Tex-Mex is like a distributor to a certain extent, according to the information we got, which it makes sense. So Happy is distributed by Tex-Mex in the US. That's the only location that distributes it. But in Japan, you can get your parts. Whereas those other machines, where do you get your parts? Right? So Tajima has places you can go get parts. You know, if Tajima dealer shuts down, there's another Tajima dealer in another state somewhere else, or whatever the case may be. So that it all just really made a lot. We learned a lot. It made a whole lot of sense. Sheila Cuffey, you got yours in Tex-Mex and Charlotte. I love Tex-Mex. They are awesome there. The machine is phenomenal. I've seen it work. Know many people who have it and don't really have very many issues with it. I know the service staff of the machines pretty well. Know several of them. Sales staff, know them. As a matter of fact, You know, it was told I could tell people to go to Happy and buy a machine. I get kickback, but you know, I want to show what the machine does first. And I do have a video. I did sneak to take a little bit of a video while I was there of a Happy machine working, but that doesn't tell all of the cool things about the machine, right? So that you guys can see it work and all that cool stuff. So let me go back and let's see what we got going on. Red line was not one, Miss Marianne. Not at all. That's actually a machine with a sticker on it. So a machine from China, and it's a copycat of several other machines. And if you look at the pictures of the machines, a lot of them look really similar if you look at them good. So yeah, you have to be careful on what you do. Maria says, I agree. I can't tolerate that type of stress anymore. I think it comes from years of working in a high stress environment. And yes, I can definitely agree with that, because I do know for myself, dealing with, you know, situations where I've been stressed or PTSD, dealing with that, I don't want that stress anymore. So I tend to say, you know what, I don't have to deal with this, and just back away from it. Because, like, for instance, my business, I don't have to have one. You know, my husband tells me that all the time. You know, I pay everything. Okay, I love that, but I do love embroidery. What he encouraged me to do was to teach, since I absolutely love teaching. So that's the route we're going to go. Brittany Banks, what thread would you recommend for the SE embroidery machines? SE embroidery machines, I haven't had any issues with any of the threads except for threads at Walmart. So you can get the threads from Amazon. I haven't had any issues with those. I actually run Madeira. I also run Sulky. And there's another one. It's an old one though. You can't get it anymore from what I understand. I run that as well. I think it's Robinson Anton or something like that. And every so often I run thread from Madeira. It's a Japanese thread, and I can't think of the name of it right now. So there's several options out there. The thing is, always do your tension test with your machine so that you can make sure that the tension for whatever thread it is that you're using is appropriate. And that'll help you determine what thread runs best with your equipment. Yeah, brother is technically home only. I know but people hate hearing that, Will. It's crazy. They really hate to hear that, but it's the truth. And the cool thing is, you guys, which is one of the biggest things that I wanted to let you all know, is sometimes the price that you're paying for your single needle machines, especially those that, you know, got the fancy display on the side and all that jazz, but it's a single needle machine, so just one needle. A lot of times the price you're paying for that, you can get a multi-needle machine that will handle larger hoops, that will handle your hats easily, that will handle, you know, a lot of workload versus what you do with that smaller single needle machine. So that's the thing that is driving me to say, okay, well, this is this type machine, and not saying there's anything wrong with it. You know, if you like a single needle machine and you like the features on it and the display and all the cool stuff, not a problem. But did you know that if you paying $7,000 for this machine, you can also get this type machine as well? So that's the type of information that I really want you guys to consider and take a look at, because a lot of times folks don't know. Cindy Pridham says, I love my Husqvarna Ruby. It's so smoothly, and embroidery beautiful, and a 770. It's great for smaller things, and that's okay. See, the thing is, if you go with your wallet, number one, you go with your wallet. Number two, you go with what works. Okay, so if that's working for you, perfect, go with it. I have nothing negative to say whatsoever. But if you have $8,000 sitting there and you're like, okay, which route should I go? My thing is, look at all of your options. Understand all of your machines, right? Because the Melco machine is native to itself. This was something else we learned, right? The Melco machine is crazy. So all embroidery machines and a lot of sewing machines that are electronically based have a memory board inside the machine, and that's where the operating system to the machine is. It's inside the machine. So you can use your embroidery machine without a computer, right? You can upload your designs to a flash drive, stick the flash drive into the computer. You don't need a computer to run any of the other embroidery machines. Melco, you have to have a computer because the computer itself has a license attached to it, and that license is the license to the operating system in the computer for the embroidery machine. So if somebody is selling a Melco and they don't have a computer to go with it, I mean, you basically don't have an embroidery machine. Then on top of that, the license is difficult or costly to transfer, and technically you're not supposed to be able to transfer it from what he mentioned. So those are the types of things that you really need to know, and the Melco can only be serviced by an authorized Melco repair person only. You can't take it to Joe Bob's sewing shop and Joe Bob's sewing shop be able to fix it. They purposely have their machine set up in such a way where only their technicians can repair it. So, that kind of makes it difficult. And if they can't get to your machine for another 2 weeks because they're backed up, then that kind of sucks. Your work is going to back up until you can get that machine done. So is that the type of pressure you're going to be under? If so, so be it, because they come at a really great price tag. From what I've seen, the price is great, but look at what you're paying for on back end. So it's stuff like that I think is really important for consumers to know. I've seen people use the Melco machines. I've seen the Melco. It stitches out beautifully. It's not a super loud machine from what I've heard. I mean, I actually have not operated it myself. I would love to show you guys, okay, this is how it works. This is the good things. This is the bad things. But when I learned that, I was like, okay, that's something people really need to understand so that when they're on Craigslist trying to buy a used embroidery machine, and this is like a machine with low hours on it, and it's in great shape, and it comes with all these hoops and this thread, but it's a Melco. You need to know some of this other stuff that goes with it that could suck for you, So keep that type stuff in mind. Dar Smith, my love. Hello, greetings and salutations. You look beautiful, so relaxed. I love hearing the family. Yes, this is a special occasion. Yes, it is. I have a lot of fun whenever I come up here. Dar Smith says, I have video on my phone in the chat on DSL. Hope all are well and taken care. So very excited to be here, and we're always excited for you to be here. Andy K, hi boo. Sorry I'm late. What I missed? PS, love you, girl. Love you too, Chicky. Or love you too. We are talking about the NBM show. Those who attended the NBM show this past week, and features or what parts of the NBM show did they enjoy? Okay, I know for me, going to talk to the guy about those embroidery machines was very enlightening. Also going over to the rhinestone world, because you guys know I do rhinestones and bling. That was enlightening as well. I had a lot of fun with Matt with the rhinestone world. So hopefully we'll be doing even more videos on this channel for bling, because I just absolutely love bling. So that's something I will continue to do. Marge, Happy makes a great machine. There are others that are really similar. Yes, Happy has an excellent machine. Excellent machine. Sheila Cuffy, I actually found out about the Happy machine from this chat before I got one. Oh, that's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. Happy is an awesome company. The folks there are great. Really, they're really great. They're patient. They deal with me, so they're patient. And I don't even have a machine. So that lets you know how patient they are. Ms. Bickham said, I had a great time there at the show. It was wonderful seeing so many people recognizing me. Yeah, that was funny. That was actually really funny. I had a good time. Met a lot of folks that I didn't know. Sullivan Homesteader said, are camping? No. I camp out here in the cabin. This is my camping. Sometimes we go to, there's some caverns near here where we'll go explore the caverns with a guided tour. Those are pretty cool. The only thing I don't like is this time of year because it's getting cold. The spiders go down in there and they cluster together, the daddy long legs. And they cluster together in a big old group. Sorry if I woke you up. And it looks terrible, actually. So so I don't particularly care to go there too frequently, but it's fun. My family has gone skiing once. I haven't gone yet ever. So I actually wouldn't mind snow tubing. We'll go bowling, we'll go fishing, we'll go candy store, the Mass General store where they have all kinds of old candies, which I've had a video on here about that. If you haven't seen it, it's titled Mass General Store. So we do a lot, but camping is not one. Dar Smith says during World War II, Japan made the sewing machines because we were building war stuff, right? We're going to leave that right there. Marge Campbell, I have a GS 1501 by Pentagrams. It's identical to the Advance 1501 by Coldesi. Pentagrams closed and merged with Coldesi. That is exactly what I was talking about. Betty Ann Brown, hi even everyone, hello to you. Metro Embroidery and Thread Art have nice threads. Yes, they do. Thread Art, I think, is where I got my thread from on Amazon. I'm pretty sure. But either way, it's in my Amazon storefront, so it's there. Dark Smith says, oh, Lordy, I had a hard experience with a WM thread last week. Grabbed it and regretted it. They are now out of the house. Sad, isn't it? Yeah, it kind of sucks when your stuff gets missing. Everyone there was embroidering on hats. I know, wasn't it? Well, no. You remember a couple of them we went to, they were doing jackets. So Happy was doing a jacket, actually. They weren't doing hats. Marge Campbell, I use all kinds of threads, but Metro EMB, and Thread Art are among my favorites. Floriani and Superior are nice but pricey, and they are. Vitrelia, hello, my dear. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Miss Mean, yes, name I learned the hard way. I'm buffering. Oh no, I'm sorry about that, PJ Coppage. I'm in the mountains, so it may buffer from time to time. Kay Pines, would you do one-on-one classes online or group classes? I have done one-on-one classes. I actually flew to Houston to do a one-on-one class. I also had a one-on-one class at my studio that someone paid. Well, both parties paid for the classes. So I will do one-on-one. I would like to travel to do group classes. That is in the plan. And online, I can do online as well. So we're looking at doing all of that. I just have to get the rest of the embroidery situation calmed down some. Robinson Anthony sold at Joann's. Okay, then I can't remember the name of the thread that I was talking about. Miss Ronnie's Wraps is something that I was told they can't get it anymore or they're gone. But it was a thread everybody loved. So I don't know what I would have to look at it in my studio. I want to warn some of the announcement on Facebook. Some sewing and embroidery machines on sales that are $69 and $79 brothers and baby locks. Yeah, be careful of some of that too good to be true type stuff. Try and get from a reputable location. Okay. I own a Brother SE 270D single Futura CE 150 and a GS 1501. All like the Metro and Thread Art thread. So does your TL 18 LS quilting machines. Thaddeus Hines, hello, how are you? Melco is extremely exclusive. It's very unfair and expensive, says Will. Yes, that was the take that I took from it, but I wasn't going to say that. Sean Ohio says, good evening to you as well. Roan Kelly, you just ordered a PE 800, and I have never done any kind of embroidery. Well, you're welcome to the family, and we will get you up and running in no time. I don't have a bell. So if anyone has a new baby, I'm sorry, we'll have to wait till next week to get the bell ring for you. Sylvia Reyes, I saw that Click Bake and Fake Company. I'm glad y'all saw it because I didn't see it. Ron says, thanks, Will. So happy I found you and Eve. Been watching every video. Thank you. We definitely appreciate the support. And while you're in here, if you're enjoying the video, please give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate that. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe because we do our live videos on Sundays at 8 p.m. As time goes back and goes forward, and you can keep up with it. And we also have tutorial videos that we post whenever I can get them up. My favorite is Hanging with You, but the rhinestone learning was awesome. Yeah, it was fun hanging out with you and Miss Beckham. That was actually a lot of fun. And I did enjoy the rhinestone thing too, but it was long. I learned a lot, but I was getting tired, and then I knew I had to pack and get out of the door. So it was like, oh man, I wish I didn't have to like run. I think it would have been a lot better. Ruth Wilson, I am using a free design, and I have used one pattern over and over. And each time I use it, the stitches are off. I don't change anything on the pattern, and this is on cotton fabric. Okay, so what it sounds like is you're hooping, and double check how you're hooping it. Did you say you're using the same fabric as well? You don't change, and this is on cotton fabric. And also check your tension. Always do a tension test. Change your needle. First and foremost, make sure you got a brand new needle in there. You say you're using the same thread. Make sure that the machine is threaded like it's supposed to be in the bobbin and up top. Make sure you have good wound bobbin, and make sure your fabric and stuff is hooped properly. All of that makes a huge difference. Oh, and make sure that your machine is cleaned out, because sometimes there's fuzz and lint down in there that could cause it to throw off your tension, and it will throw off your tension. So definitely check those things, and let me know how it goes as well. She said girlfriend is here too. Yes, Rebecca is here. Miss Stephanie says hello, sweet friend. She was resting. What a bell. That's the wrong kind of bell. Marge Campbell says Coldesi and Pentagrams are owned by brothers. Nothing about service has changed. Actually, Coldesi and videos and service are better. And that's good, because you definitely want to see improvement in a company, and you want companies to do well. So that's not the issue at all. The concern would be if something were to happen and the company did close, because that's been happening a lot lately, you guys. I mean, we have to be realistic. If it closes, you need to make sure you have a backup alternative to be able to get hold to the product, the parts that you will need to get your machine fixed. And y'all are so silly. They trying to find a bell on the phone. And you need to be sure to have a service person, because if they only service their own stuff, you need a backup. So yeah, definitely check into that. Oh, another person from Puerto Rico. Welcome from Puerto Rico for Janie XLA 83. Thank you.
I know which one.
Miss Terry says classes. Yes. Actually, that's the cowbell. That's what I use. Sheila Cuffy, Eve, where did you tell me you got your vinyl from again? It is WM Plastics, and they were there. They were on site, and Miss Beckham and Will both bought vinyl from there. We'll be listening. Okay, Miss Dar, thank you. Yeah, there are a lot of videos out there that are helpful. It's not just me, thank goodness. Carolina Thread Play says, don't forget everyone, tomorrow is the last day to sign up for the Carolina Thread Box. So you guys definitely be on the lookout for that. We have some awesome stuff coming for November and December. November's design is a hot seller, you guys. It is a hot seller. Trust me, it's been selling. So you definitely want to look into that. Miss Bickham says it's not Isacord. I don't think it's Isacord. I wish I could really remember the name. I really do. And I'm gonna have to show what you brought me. That's the plan for this evening. Miss Parker, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Commercial machines come with 2 hoops per head. You did know that. Dar Smith, the husband and I decided that our next purchase will be for a multi-needle. We stay out of debt, so anything would set us back. Besides, look at all I'll learn between now and in the future. Yes. Will, you have a question about your smallest thread box price if you haven't answered it already? Did I zoom in? I hope not. Oh my God. What did I just do? That was terrible. I didn't know I could zoom in like that. That was horrible. Y'all saw the horrible side of me. Let us see. 77. Yes, 80 right now. Isn't that cool? They hear the bells, y'all. That's crazy. Natasha says hi. Well, hey, Natasha. Welcome back. We enjoyed seeing you. Thank you for hanging with your mom out there at the trade show. Speaking of which, you guys, let's do something fun. Let's do something fun. So,
Oh, there it is. The pump.
Monica, say hello. Monica and Chris, and y'all see my mom gonna hide from the camera. I don't know why she wanting to hide. And she rather bend over and show the Rumpty Dumpty. Mama. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look at my mom. Say, hey, Mom. She's waving from my embroidered scarf. Wow.
Look at me, I'm granny.
I guess it's the thing around here to be covered. I'm not sure. Wow. They acting up, y'all. They acting up. And of course, over here is my son. He's trying to hide. Say hello.
Look at him, he's ugly.
Oh, it was nice of him to say hi. That's my baby boy. Actually, he's the youngest. So yeah, we're up here having fun, and Mr. Lowry is in it. I changed the camera, Mama, so you can.
Okay. Mommy.
No, I'm not gonna do it like that. Oh man. Barbara and Nance, have you heard of Marathon Polyester Embroidery Thread? No, I have not. River City Creative, hello to you as well. Dar Smith says, Mom. Teresa Spencer says, hey y'all. Sheila Cuffy says, thanks, Will. Pamela Hale, good times. And Teresa, just like your family, I know, right? I'm like, Lord, we're all dysfunctional. That's how that goes. River City Creative, hello, my love again. Yamake Creation, I think it's YSL threads from Japan. Okay, so that's the threads that I get from Tex-Mex. I'm not sure because they've told me a couple of times and I don't ever remember. Marge, my GS 1501 is supposedly self-maintaining, comes with a toolkit. Yes, and spare parts that may go bad someday, easy to learn, clean, maintain, and troubleshoot. And Marge, now that's one of the very huge, strong positives to the industrial embroidery machine, right? So every last one of them that I've talked to, with the exception of the Melco, and I don't know that Melco is industrial, which is not, because it wasn't one of the big five. But with all of the industrial machines, they teach you how to use them. They teach you how to fix them. Every last one of them. It comes with that. They teach you everything about it. So you get on the site training in most instances. Happy will come, set it up, and train you. Or you can go to Happy, have it set up, and train right there at Happy. And I know most of the other ones do the exact same thing. I mean, what industrial company wouldn't do that? You know what I'm saying? So if they know that you're going to be embroidering things for large scale and that you're going to be making money off of it, they want you to continue to buy machines from them. So they're going to support you a whole lot stronger because they know you're going to be embroidering in volume versus the home machine where you got to beg for tutorials and beg to learn how to do the machine, and you can't touch your machine or fix your machine yourself. You have to have somebody else to do it. So that also is another telltale sign of the difference between something that's industrial versus something that's home based, because of course home based, they want to make more money, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to fix their own stuff. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Sylvia says, this is a beautiful family with lots of love and blessings. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Marge Campbell says, much easier than the AD860 by Toyota that I used to have. Wow, I hear the Toyota machine is awesome. Dar Smith said, you see my eye, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Isocord is excellent thread, though expensive. Isocord and Metler. Is it Metler? No, I don't think it was Metler. I wish I could remember what the name of that stupid thread is. Hubby and I love hanging with you and Will. The classes were great. I learned so much. I got many samples and products. It was a lot of samples. TRW was great too, and it was. I don't know, Ron, what the name of the ISS show is. I do not. K Pines 82, I have a SE 400 and the needle keeps breaking and the bobbin keeps getting tangled up and getting caught. What could I be doing wrong? And would you recommend getting a foot kit from Amazon? SE, you can use a foot kit from Amazon on the SE because I do. if you're getting the bobbin getting caught and tangled and the needle is breaking, it could be the bobbin case. One of the things I had a problem with was the needle got hit, it went down, it jammed, and it broke the needle. What the needle actually did was punctured the bobbin case and put a nick on the backside of the bobbin where the needle went through, and it was constantly snagging my thread. And I thought it was me. It wasn't. It's the bobbin case. So you may need to have that looked at, or you can order a new bobbin case for that machine. So go on to you can either do Amazon.com, which I don't necessarily suggest, but you can try sewing. I think it's called Sewing Machine Parts Plus.com, or either Sewing Machine Parts.com, and look up your model number and look for a bobbin case and order one. I want to say it's no more than maybe $25-$30, if that. I don't think it's that much. And try it. Worst case scenario, you'll have an extra bobbin case, or if maybe that was the problem. And it's easy to replace. All you have to do is go look at my Brother 4x4 machine maintenance video, and it tells you how to remove the plate and how to take that bobbin case out and put it right back in. So try that and see if that works, because if that's a constant thing, that bobbin getting tangled, that very well could be what the problem is. All right. Miss Beckham says hello to everyone.
Hello.
Let's see. Yamake Creation. I'm not sure. And beware the plastic machines. Yeah, they did mention that too. Ethel Smith, hello. How are you? Debbie Kidd, hey love, how are you? Thank you for being here. I meant to send you a message this morning and neglected to do so. So I'll send you a message later this evening. You say you had 2 days of in-the-house training with yours, and they'll come and train you on the spot. In preparation for my machine that I ordered from Amazon, does anyone know about the 63 Shenzhen Sim thread code? I do not. Sounds like China thread, and it may not be anything wrong with it. It may work with your machine, but do a tension test. I have a video on that, and do your tension test first to make sure your machine likes the thread, or if you can at least get the tension set for that thread. The Toyota machines come under many names. My machine was used and had a bad dealer. Marge Campbell says, I'm sorry to hear that. Plastic machines, PJ Coppage is when they're talking about the machines with a lot of plastic parts to them. You know, where they make them in a hurry, dime a dozen type situation. That's pretty much what she's talking about. Terry Ponce, what is a foot kit? What does it do? The SE version of the Brother embroidery machines, the SE, and they're 4x4 embroidery machines usually. The SE is also a sewing machine. So it's a combo sewing and embroidery machine. So of course in sewing we use different feet for different techniques. So you can order a whole kit of different feet for the sewing part, and you can change out your feet for different sewing applications. It has nothing to do with embroidery whatsoever. It's mainly for sewing. Maria says, I was listening to Sterling Styles on YouTube. She bought a used industrial and was having a lot of trouble. Well, now she also posted one recently, because Will and I talked about it, and she was in Will's chat, and Will had mentioned that she got a machine or something to that effect, some kind of which way. And I saw that video, and I thought about her, and I was going to reach out especially after the NBM show. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask Will, did he reach out to her? Because she knows Will from being in his chat, so it would probably be better coming from him. Well, I went to watch the video to make sure of what was going on with the machine, and so she posted another machine where she's been stitching out things that look really great. So I think she finally got the kinks worked out and was able to get it worked out. So I'm glad to hear that. So maybe it might have had something with the machine, the computer, but it may not. I don't know. But I'm just glad she got it working for her, because there's nothing more frustrating than to pay out for a machine, or even get a machine for free for that matter, and you can't use it. That sucks. So I don't want anybody to have to go through that. On my SC270D, I find it hates anything other than 60 or 90 weight bobbin thread. That is true. Sewing Parts Online. Thank you, Marge Campbell. That's the name of it. Sewingpartsonline.com is the name of the company. And yes, a lighter weight bobbin thread will cut down on some issues as well. I do use 60 weight thread. I have a link in my Amazon store, my Amazon affiliate store, for big, huge spools of bobbin thread, and it is a 60 weight. And the link that I have is for black and white, come with the thing, and it's less than $10 if I'm remembering correctly. I do my review always of you guys so I don't miss out on anything. Thank you for watching the reviews. Thank you, thank you. Marge Campbell, learn to maintain and do some servicing on your machines. We'll do tons to give you confidence when learning to do different types of embroidery. And if it gets jammed up or something, it helps you learn how to fix that problem for yourself as well. K Pines 82, you might bounce up on the needle size. Yes, Miss Social Dev, I'm glad you mentioned that because I did get to watch a thread needle expert, and that was eye-opening, no pun intended. Oh my gosh, you guys. So he recommends with embroidery, regular embroidery, instead of using 7511, use the next size up, which I want to say was 90 something. I'll have to look it up, and I meant to post a link to that in the group, so I have to remember to do that. But I did bump up my needle and been sewing very well, actually, no issues. But I kind of wasn't having issues before, so we'll see as it continues to go. Sewing Parts Online sent you some Tajima parts to fix your 8860 yourself. Walk me through some tests. That's awesome that there is support. Now I am going to, okay, Debbie Kid, you're doing okay. Hard days these days. I understand. You're in Kentucky now? Okay. And I know you wish you could have went, my dear, and we would have loved to have had you. However, we also understand that things need to be taken care of, and a lot of times that's super important. It was a good show, but I'm glad you were able to handle business there, and that's actually, in my opinion, more important. Because we can bring NBM show in a way to you, but not the other way around. And there's other NBM shows. Maybe you'll get to travel and get out of town, get away for a little bit, and go to one elsewhere. Maria says she started having trouble with it again. Oh, she did? Ooh, okay. But Will, yeah, if you reach out, that may be helpful to her and let her know what we learned. It was Sterling Styles, Will. Sullivan Homesteader. Yeah, thank you. Miss Bickham says I had my SWF delivered to my home and they gave you training at your home. Your happy was delivered to the storefront and they gave you training both in the store and in-house. So that's cool. Now I want to show you guys something Miss Bickham brought to me. 9014. Thank you, Miss Bickham. Okay. So I did switch to the 9014 needles and I need to make sure that that is changed in the Amazon storefront that I have. And I've ordered from Sewing Parts Online as well, constantly, actually, because of that stupid bobbin case, and I kept messing up. But I want to show you guys this. Miss Bickham brought me a present, and she's been talking to me about these for quite some time, and I have yet to use them. So we got like little, right at 3 minutes left. We'll be at an hour. So I want to show you, these are called friction pins, okay? So they are by Friction. Oh, Pilot. Sorry, I thought it was Pilot. Okay, so it's from Pilot, and they're called friction pins. All right. So it says it writes smooth, but it erases clean. Now, one of the really cool things that she mentioned, I didn't know it was refillable. That's what's up. One of the really cool features of this pen is you use them and you can erase it, right? Okay, but what she pointed out to me is that you can write on something, iron, use a little bit of heat from your iron, and it disappears. So, you know, you guys, I use the water soluble pens with the little spray bottle of water with a little smidge of vinegar and helps disappear the ink. I'm glad a lot of y'all know about these. I'm going to definitely put this in the link on Amazon, in the Amazon storefront. May even do a video about it. I was going to mark on something here and use an iron to erase it. No iron here. And I could have swore we had an iron in this cabin whenever we've been here before, but I guess I'm wrong. And I thought about being slick and just using the bottom of a frying pan, heat it a little bit, but then I was like, that's kind of dangerous. Let me not do that. So, but we'll put that in the link. And again, as Barbara Nance points out, she purchased some of them, but it left a faint white line after you use the iron. You will definitely need to do a test line on different fabrics because not all fabrics are going to work the same way. So you want to test it in an inconspicuous place or on a test piece of fabric before you mark on the actual project, okay? So that you can make sure that it's going to work the way it's supposed to for you, all right? So please keep that in mind. See, a lot of folks are using the friction pins and quilting and using them with their embroidery as well. Tony Collins says some have had ink reappear. So yes, definitely if the item freezes, the ink returns. Washing removes all of the residue. So we'll have to let customers know if you use them to make sure they wash the item. But a lot of people use them. So yes, definitely we'll put a link in the Amazon thing. So you guys, thank you for joining in with us this evening. I definitely had fun with you all. As always, although on vacation, I appreciate the huge support of all of you wonderful folks here in the group and discussing the MBM show and the embroidery machines, the industrial machines. If you have any questions about any more of what we had going on at the MBM show, you can either leave a comment in the description, under the description box, or you can ask a question in the Google Plus group or on the Baby's Booty website group. And I would prefer you guys, if you haven't switched over, please switch over, because I don't know when Google Plus is going to flip the switch and cut everything off. And I really hate for you all to be in the Google Plus group and they cut it off and you're stuck and not over in the new part. So we definitely post in the new group. In the old group, we post sometimes. Well, I post sometimes, not all the time. So I'll have more links and stuff in the new group. So definitely go over there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. We appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you guys when I hit the road and back in Charlotte on next Sunday. So thank you all for your well wishes on our vacation. And you all have a great evening. Have a good night. Happy embroidering. Almost forgot. Y'all have a good night. Much love from the Hoop group.